Hello and welcome to my channel on Ancient and Chinese Astrology. I am professional astrologer Zagata from the website 100%astrology.com, and I would like to make a video about a very useful astrology software for Hellenistic astrology called Valens. If you have watched my video that I did yesterday on another free astrology software called Morinus, the developer of that software is the same man. He's from Hungary. His name is Robert, and obviously he's also had some help from other astrologers and mathematicians, etc., programmers. And so let's get started. This is the website. I'll give a link to this. I'll give the link in the video description. And these are the, so here it is, and these are the, as he explains, it's just a simplified Morinus version. So if you know how to operate with Morinus, it will be, it's the same software basically, with some different techniques and settings. So let's scroll down. These are the images, some of the images, the installation instructions. Now I'm using Windows, so I'll be showing for how to install it on Windows. I've been using this program for probably 7 years or something, I don't remember really, and really useful. So I've made a screenshot of this part here. So here it is, and scrolling down, so download these 3 files from here, press here and download them, and we'll start with the Valens exe file. So do it, and I have already done so. Here they are on my desktop, and so here are the instructions. We'll first download the Valens zip and unzip it. So it's the Valens exe basically. So extract files here. Here it is. So this is basically as with Morinus. However, we need to add some fonts and another file. So then I will not, I don't remember installing this, and I believe it should work without this step 2. So I will skip it, and you will see that it works, although I have Valens installed already in another folder. But again, I don't remember. I was browsing, I was checking my computer files. I could not find such a file. So yeah, but if in case it doesn't work for you, and you don't have Valens with the steps that I'm giving, install also this as well. Here it is. You're supposed to download this file here. But again, I believe it should work without the file, as I will. So okay, so next, download the extension modzip. This is the extension. We'll extract it here, and it will show for Linux, for Mac, and for Windows. We'll take this file, we'll copy it, and then we'll place it here in the Valens exe in the other folder. We're almost done, and we'll delete this. We don't need this. And then the fonts. So we'll take the fonts. Valens res, Valens TTF, yes, Valens TTF. So I think they were here. Yes, res and free sans. Take both of them. So copy, and then again I have these, but I'll show you. So what you do is you go to your operating system here, to the what was this? I forgot how it's called, and then type fonts or whatever, depending on the language of your operating system. Then here is the control panel folder, fonts. Go here, open it, and then right click and then paste. But it will show me that I already have them, because as I told you, I already have the program. I've been using it, so no, I don't want to override. So that's it, folks. So we open Valens again. Here is the we open Valens, and here is the exe file. Here is the program. Voila. So easy. Again, it's free, it's calculates accurately, etc. So let's get started. First, the automatic save, it's a must to save it, and then we can customize the chart appearance. We can have either the round wheel or the Hellenistic wheel appearance. We can have here the lots, the Hermetic Lots. We can have the bounds in the round chart if we want, or I don't want to see them, as I have explained why. I know them by heart. We can have the house cast positions here. We can have the data hidden, so it's an anonymous chart, very useful. I don't want to see the house cusps. We can have the Antasia. Again, I am reminding that this is only valid for the tropical zodiac, the true fixed zodiac, because the sidereal, it was valid also for the sidereal zodiac when it coincided with the solstices and the equinoxes, but because it's moving, this is no longer valid, the Antasia, for the sidereal zodiac. Likewise, the rising times of the images of the signs that I've explained. Dodecatemoria, 12 parts, the micro zodiac, yes. And let's move to Ayanamsha. Obviously, I'm using tropical astrology. I don't need any Ayanamshas, but if you want to use, again, as I've explained in my video about the sidereal zodiac, this one, that it's inaccurate, namely the Babylonian Ayanamsha. So I would recommend to go ahead with Lahiri or Krishnamurti, the Indian Ayanamshas, because they're accurate. And so let's remove, show it none. Let's show the data. Yes, this is the CZG. You can have the CZG, the prenatal lunation, or you can remove it. Okay, let's see. But this is obviously Hellenistic astrology, so no trans-Saturnian planets, no asteroids, no other, stuff like that. Let's go to colors. First of all, if you right-click, you can have it black and white, much easier on the eyes. Or if you want colors, you can have. When we go to colors, the background, you can make it white if you want, and that way it's easier. Or however you can do it. Or again, if you want to color the planets as you like them, again, I can have the benefics in, for example, in blue, the malefics in red, or however you want, whatever works for you. You can change the text also, as you see here. Text is black. We can make the text in blue, just as an example, text in blue, but let's have it in etc, etc. Very easy, very quick. Sect, I'll leave it here. This is where the chart changes to diurnal and nocturnal. Again, you can have some orb when the sun is below the horizon or above, and when it's about to set or rise, what difference we're talking about. So because it will change the lots. The nodes, I use the mean node as I explained. Quadrant divisions, you can have porphyry, you can have none. Let's use whole sign houses. The bounds, Egyptian, as I explained, only Egyptian because they work. The Ptolemaic ones do not consistently work. Primary directions, yes. I would rather, as explained in my video about I want Ptolemy. I use Ptolemy scheme, and here I want the traditional significators. You will notice here that we don't have yes, no latitude, yes, aspects of promisors, correct. We don't have the lot of fortune here as a significator. We have it in Morinus. However, we have here a user point that we can input the lot of fortune and have it have the planets and the bodies and the rays of the planets directed to the lot. Likewise with promisors, we can have a promisor that's a star, even a fixed star, or something, something else, a lot, even if, although that's not quite traditional, or something else. And I will skip that. Now, if we don't select bounds and press OK and go to tables, again F12 is primary directions, and we click start, we will have primary directions only. In other words, what we call directions in ancient astrology, but it's not called like this. It was called like this in the past, as I explained in the Morinus software video. These are just the aspects of the planets by primary motion. Whereas if we select bounds, as we should, now we shall have not directions but distributions, circumambulations. We will have both the race of the planets, as well as which are called partners, and the distributors, the planets ruling the bounds, which are called distributors. They're the most powerful planets in ancient astrology. Next we'll go to lots. You can add lots here again and then save it and modify it and etc. depending on whether it reverses by night. You click this here, as I explained in detail in my Morinus video yesterday. Zodiacal Releasing, leave it as it is, 360-day year, as Valens explicitly says, just as he says about 27 years for Capricorn. So leave it as it is. Default location, you can select the default location. Notice that there is a bug here in the planet, in the software. Let's say I want to set my location, which is Russia, Bulgaria, the city on the Danube, and I want, by the way, Budapest is also on the Danube. I've been to Budapest, great city, and we're 2 hours east of Greenwich, but actually I will add it here. We'll click Crucible and we'll add the 26, 58 and 43, 51, and it's 2 hours. And you will notice that I will set it now to 3 hours, 1 hour more, because it's deducting 1 hour for some reason. Press OK for the default location. We have automatic save, yes, and now I will close the software, go to our folder again, open it, and now you see it's showing Russia, but it's not showing the time zone. So when we go here to data, you see it's not working. It's in fact, it doesn't work with 3 hours either. So we have to press daylight standard time like this. So let's see, close. So it's opening again Russia, my time 5:03 p.m. and data. So you see this is a problem for the software. So let's go to data, to place, and then let's select here Russia. Let me remove it. Yes, and I will add it again, but this time with daylight savings time, Russia, Bulgaria, and this should work. It's a bug of the software. 51. So +1. Okay, and then like this. But let's go to default location and do it like this. So it's, you see, it's subtracting 1 hour, and we have automatic save. So when we go to default location, now it's showing 2 hours east of Greenwich. Although now we have summertime, it will end in about 10-12 days. But yes, actually to end in 2 weeks at the end of October. So let's close again and open, and when we go to data, you see now it's showing it's +2. So this is more or less more accurate, although again it's not, but anyhow, this is a bug that you can you just have to keep your eyes peeled and be checking for it. Next, let's see default location charts. Yeah, speaking of charts, let's because this software is the same, it's very these are the horoscopes as with the Morinus software. This is where it holds them. So let's open Prince Charles. He became a king. Anyway, I can't stand him. I'd rather use another chart. So what we do is we open our Morinus software from yesterday, and the folder, we go to horse, we copy the charts, and we paste them here in the Valens folder, and voila, now we go load, and then I want to see Brad Pitt, for example. Here it is, Brad Pitt's chart. Or I want to see Angelina Jolie. Here she is, etc, etc. So okay, next, secondary directions. This should be secondary progressions, but you get the 25. It's showing yes. How do we? Yes, the sun from 13 Gemini moved to 7 Cancer. Venus moved from 28. Yes, yes, it's showing the date actually, as you see, 25 to June 4th to June 29th, 75. Yes, so these are the secondary progressions. We have solar revolutions. Yes, one difference, well, it's not but one improvement, I should say, compared to Morinus software is that here now, if you use a round chart, you will not see the improvement, so to say. So let's go to solar revolution. Let's calculate for 2022. Here it is. You see, go back one day, because it's sometimes, you see, always go back one day, because it was going to calculate for 2023. Now it's 2022. Okay, here is the chart, as you see, revolution tropical 2022. Now we can, if we right click and go to Windows, if we press comparison here, it will superimpose the solar revolution on the nativity. So the nativity is on the inside, the solar revolution is on the outside. But we don't see the degrees, the portions of the planets of the solar revolution exactly. I mean, we see that the moon is between 0 and 5 Leo, for example. We see that what else? That Saturn is about 26 Aquarius, right? Etc. etc. We see that Jupiter is at what's that, like 4 Aries, but we have to you see Jupiter, etc. But the point is that when we switch the chart to Hellenistic, and now we go to revolutions and select 2022, that's actually auto select it and press yes 2022, press OK. There is the chart. So in this format, and then right click, Windows, comparison, it will show you the portions, the degrees of the solar revolution chart of the planets and the ascendant, the midheaven, etc. So this is it's more helpful definitely than having to orient yourself and having to much easier on the eyes. But also note that it's either a matter of programming, or the author deliberately chose to adhere to the Hellenistic type, to the Hellenistic approach to solar revolutions, namely viewing the solar revolution as a set of transits to the nativity. So we don't have a second wheel inside. We have just some planets on the outside of the nativity. This was the the original approach, so to say. However, the Perso-Arabic tradition changed that, because they actually that's what I said is not completely accurate, because the original approach, they could not calculate the exact degrees of the planets, so they had this Babylonian solar return, or Hellenistic solar return, which was also called the Babylonian birthday. And so the point is that astrology improved, as I've explained in detail in my videos, and they started examining the solar revolution chart as a standalone chart, and their predictions became much more specific. Although again, this approach, it depends on the perspective. If you're looking at larger points of time, you would be using the original, the Hellenistic approach. If you want very specific predictions for the year and breaking down the year into months, etc., treating the solar revolution as a standalone chart, or and subordinating it to the nativity is the more accurate approach. So again, it depends on the perspective. Let's get the round chart. So what else? Revolutions, transits, elections, everything is in Morinus, as I showed. Here is the module for the elections, transits, CZG. Yes, same thing with so Angelina Jolie's CZG, the prenatal lunation when she was born, was, as you see, 3 degrees Sagittarius. Nothing special because it doesn't fall on an angle. Okay. Next, the other CZG. Yes, that's the future CZG. Tables. Yes, we have the data here for the placements of the planets, and yes. Oh, you see they list here the trans-Saturnian planets, at least by you don't have them in the chart, but at least they list them for those that care about these creatures. Next, speculum. This is the astronomical and mathematical information, required for distributions, primary directions, etc. Miscellaneous. Also, those that want to calculate the chart by hand, they have given the necessary data pretty much. The 7 lots. Yes, this is important here. Pay attention. So we have fortune, spirit. Yes, that's fine. But the other lots, and especially eros and necessity, these are there are 2 versions of these lots. The original how shall I say, school and tradition, namely Dorotheus, Valens, as if we can call them original, because they were quoting earlier sources, but the point is they used different formulas for eros and necessity, whereas these formula here are given only by Paul of Alexandria. He's the first astrologer, to my knowledge, that gives these formulas for the lot of eros and necessity. So keep this in mind. Next, lots. Yes, we don't have any lots because we have not input any lots here with Shift and L. Velocity, that's useful. Antigia, again, I'm reminding, only valid in the tropical zodiac. Although again, you can have it here as in the chart, but without the exact degrees. But that was not okay. That's also actually for the Antigia you need the exact. For the 12 parts you don't, because the 12 parts are 12 parts. You just need the sign where they fall. Next, yes, when planets come to angles, to each of the angles. Dodecatimoria, yes, the 12 parts. Yes, this important information. Horizon, yes, very important here, very important. Again, only valid in the tropical zodiac because it's fixed, unlike the sidereal, as astronomy shows. Again, because you cannot use Valens with the sidereal zodiac nowadays, not just nowadays, but for the past 1800 years pretty much, or something like this, because the rising times are the foundation of the astrology that Valens used for, length of life, for mixing with profections, the planetary years, the rising times, etc., etc., etc. So these are the rising times. And again, if it's very helpful, you can place them like this in the wheel, and keep reading the chart and see whether there will be activations. Next, exact transits. Yes, we already had this. We already have this. Midpoints. Use a speculum. You can input a given point or lot or star, etc. Planetary hours, yes, useful again as with Morinus, for electional work, for horary, for daily activities, for astrological magic, for those that care about such. This fixed stars, list of fixed stars that they have given here. It's good. In Morinus there are many more. Again, free. It's very easy to download and install, as I showed in my yesterday's video. And Zodiacal Releasing, yes, the gem in the crown, so to say, of this software. So we can have, so this is Angelina Jolie. We can have it like this. We can zoom out, so to say. Actually, we can't. First we can zoom out like this, and then I'll show you. So go here, tables, or just press F11. Pressing F11, we get the Zodiacal Releasing. Now this, so she has the lot of fortune in late Taurus and the lot of spirit in late Virgo. Keeping, if she was born a little later, this will change, but let's keep it as they are. So we can have, so we select the placement, so Virgo for Zodiacal Releasing from Spirit. Press OK. Now you have Zodiacal Releasing from Spirit. If we want to have, these are level 1 and level 2 only. If we press here, wherever we want, we press here, and it opens level 3 and level 4. You see, very helpful. You see the loosening of the bond, etc., etc. Now if we want, let's close this again, press F11, go to what did we want, Virgo for Spirit. Press OK. If you want more periods than this, just again F11 and go to the value here. You can have many more. Humans, we don't live that long, thankfully. You see, I mean, yeah. And next, so again, while you're here inside the software, press F11 again. And then if you want to have, so that you could have fortune and spirit side by side, so go to, so fortune is in late Taurus, as you see, 28 Taurus, select Taurus, and now you can have, now you can have, let's see, I believe my, so from 1998, for example, or from, yeah, what did I select? I select, oh, that's not Aries, actually. I made a screenshot about this. So this should be Virgo, and we should go to 2000 and, was it 2000? Anyhow, 1998. And here we get to, so something like this. You can have them side by side. And you know that, for example, when you pick, so this will be spirit, this will be fortune, or vice versa, whatever works for you. And we can, yes, also, increase the, yes, but that's too big. And we can have them like this. Again, whatever works for you. Or you can have them inside the, as I made the screenshot for this program, you can have them inside like this if you want the same background, so to say, like this. You see, you can make a screenshot and work on the chart. Let's close, and yes, enlarge. What else? Well, that's it, friends. That's it. There's nothing. I mean, it's a simple software, very easy to use, again, as with Morinus. So synastry. Let's do, yes, it's showing you like this. If ephemeris, find time, also very useful detective feature of the software. That's it, folks. That's it. Yes, it doesn't have perfections, this software. Valens doesn't have perfections, but they have them in Morinus. And again, it's free. It's, as I showed, you can so as you see perfections here, you can swap between software, and it's very easy because it's free. You can have them side by side, and you can just, as I showed, you can copy the one chart from you can copy your data, your horoscopes from one software to the other, and you can have it up to date. Extremely easy and very user friendly. As for how to save a chart, we go to data, actually close this. It's as with Morinus. So open Valens folder, open the application file, and then horoscope data. Let's write today, just for the case of it's not male, and let's fast forward 3 hours, and location, etc. Or you can use the atlas and increase the atlas as with Morinus, same thing. Okay, here it is. And now if you want to save, go to save or control plus S, and then you can save it. It automatically points you to the folder of the software, so that you keep accumulating charts. I don't want to save this. And if you want to make a screenshot, well, you can make a screenshot with, I guess, with any free software or some Windows application. I use the free software Screen Hunter, and I have configured it so that when I press F6 like this, I can make a screenshot and it goes to my desktop. You see here, Screen Hunter. There it is. Very useful, very easy. So that was it, folks. I hope you found it instructional. If you have, if you'd like to subscribe and like this video, I would appreciate it. If you have a question or a comment, leave them below. I'll be happy to answer. Thank you.